Hey y'all, I'm here. So I'm here for a very quick review on the 2022 BET Hip Hop Awards. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I was thoroughly bored this entire thing. I recorded it. So I watched like the beginning, the opening part, and then like like had a recording, and I like left to go do like another video, and then I came back. So I was able to fast forward through a good majority of it, but then I just hit a wall where I couldn't anymore because I had caught up. Very much so bored. Before I get into everything about the awards, let me just say overall, okay, I'll say this. I can see the effort in the hip hop award. I'm gonna have a hard time. I always have a hard time saying awards. This damn show, that's what I'm gonna say because I'm tired of saying that word. This show, I can tell that they've been doing more of an effort to try to get it on some type of good footing, because the hip hop awards have always been, like, to me, it always seemed like somebody's putting on a fucking pep rally for damn high school. Like, it's always been, like, to me, the cheapest, least produced, least put together shows of them all. And I'm talking about of them all, not just with BT. I'm talking about of them all. It's so bad every year. Every year the host is freaking terrible. Every year the performances are bad, or the picks are bad. Another thing that's always really bad is the marketing behind it. Every year, I never know that this damn award show, I'm gonna take my time, award show is coming on until like a couple of days before. They literally do zero to no marketing at all for this show, at all. But I'm thinking now the reason why they really don't do marketing for it is because what is there to really market? If they was to really put out, I don't know, in August or whatever, that who was gonna show up to this damn show, wouldn't nobody really tune in to watch? We wouldn't tune in to watch. We really wanted to tune in now to watch. They don't have, like, the biggest problem with the BT Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, outside of the marketing, is they just don't have the people. Like, they don't be having strong enough acts there to sustain them. Now, I'm not saying that all of the big names are gonna come, but a lot of them should, because half of y'all go where y'all are tolerated and not celebrated, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But like, a lot of times, if like these shows don't be having like a big star there, there's no real draw to there. So I don't even know the last time they had a really big like star that's like current or something. Don't really know the last time that they did that. So that's like part of it. The people that y'all get to perform, like, I feel like they're doing a better job of mixing, like, you know how people say, like, bridging the gap of like old school hip hop and new school hip hop and everything in between. I think they're doing a better job of trying to highlight like newer acts versus acts that might be a little bit older, versus giving people their flowers. I think they're doing a better job at that. But to be quite honest, in general, I was very much so bored. As usual, there's way too many commercials. I don't understand what happened to the ciphers. Like, the biggest for me, right, when I was growing up, right, okay, in my heyday, all right, baby, I grew up during the cipher era of like the 2010s, pretty much. So like when Kendrick had his iconic one, when Chris did his, when Slaughterhouse, to me the best cipher out of all of the BT. I know a lot of people like say Kendrick's was the best, but to me the best full cipher that was ever on the show was Slaughterhouse. Go back and watch it. I watch it all the time. That was pretty much like the biggest draw of the show, was the ciphers. Like, even once the quality of the artist actually went down, most people watched the show for the ciphers. Now y'all went from giving us a cipher every time we came back from a commercial break to only giving us two ciphers. And I know a lot of people are online dragging the people for the ciphers. Honestly, people will be like, oh my gosh, these are so bad. I've actually seen worse. I really have. I've seen worse. And that second cipher actually really wasn't that bad, if we really want to talk about it. Y'all need to get it together. Like, I'm just sitting here and I'm not even looking at my notes yet. Y'all really need to get it together. I see that y'all trying to bring the URL on there. Shout out to K-Shine. Shout out to DNA. Shout out to that. Okay? I appreciate that part because to me, that's the only way right now that y'all are making up for the ciphers, but y'all need to bring the ciphers back. I want to understand, and I said I was going to come on here and drag the hell out of y'all. I don't understand why Coast Contra was not asked to do a cipher. I don't understand how there could be a rap group right now that has gone viral this year alone multiple times off of their ciphers. And you do a BET Hip Hop Award and don't have them do their own cipher. That somebody completely dropped the ball on that. I don't understand. It feels to me like a lot of times, it feels like there's nobody at BET paying attention. You're not paying attention because your programming be freaking terrible. Like that show, right? That they're promoting, the Impact or whatever, that has Ari and Jada. The only people I know actually all of them except the girl Desi. Like I've heard of her name, but I don't know like why she famous or nothing like that. I like Lakia's music. I think she's a dope rapper. Tay obviously slays people here, and you got Ari, who was G Herbo's baby mama, and now goes out with Moneybagg Yo, and then you got Jada, who is I believe Little Baby's baby mama, and that's if y'all didn't know who them people was. But like even with that, like the idea, I feel like the people behind BT, they have like good ideas, but I feel like they don't ever bring it to fruition correctly. So I think the idea of that show makes sense, right? Like all of these people, they do have a really big follower and people are very much so in their business, but I don't think it was smart to take that show and put it on BT Plus. BT Plus is something that people pay for. First of all, from my understanding, people already ain't paying for BT Plus because why would they? Y'all regular BET is fucking trash. So why would I pay more money for even more trash, okay? And secondly, like I said, I think that that's a show that y'all could have either, like, put it like this. I put originally, that's a show that y'all probably should have just put on VH1, but y'all could have kept it on BET, but I don't think BET Plus makes sense. Y'all should have just put it on actual BET. Should have did like the first episode or something. Like once the award show went off, you should have went ahead and dropped the episode and have the first episode run, and then maybe run it again like sometime next week. But putting it behind the paywall is not gonna work. We already see these girls, like you have to realize, we already see these girls' lives for free. We see everything that they do for free now. So why would anybody go out of their way to pay to see a little bit, this much more? These people film their whole life top to bottom already on IG for the free. That's me done being with my rant for everything overall. Let's get into the actual get down of the ceremony. I just complained for 8 minutes. I don't care. Y'all wasted 2 hours and some change of my time. I can rant for 8 minutes, okay? So Fat Joe was the host or whatever. I knew that he was going to be a host. I think that he did okay. I'm going to say this. I think he did fine as a host. To me, he didn't try to be like overly funny. Like, and I appreciate him saying when he came up there, look, I'm not a comedian, so I'm not going to do that. He made like little small jokes in the beginning. But I think in general, I mean, it was really him and the Drink Champs that kind of narrated this whole damn thing, because Nori and DJ Effin was on the stage just as much as Joe was. So like, it was kind of like, to me, like a cross collaboration of hosting, but whatever. I think he did a fine job. He started off with the marching band or whatever from Clark, that's down there in Atlanta. I thought that was cool. Like I said, he said that he wasn't no damn comedian. They did a really quick R.I.P. to Coolio, because Coolio literally just passed. Rest in peace, Gangsta Paradise. Okay. He talked about, like, his little open monologue wasn't really, I appreciate how his monologue, he didn't try to be funny, because that's what bothers me. I don't like when people host stuff and they try to be funny. Like, that's not what you do. That's not your forte. That Joe, he's funny, but it's like, it's unintentionally funny. He don't go out his way to make jokes. It's just like the stuff that he says sometimes is really hilarious, and how he say it and his facial expression. So I appreciate him taking the time to just be like, look, you know, I ain't no comedian, but like, I had a lot of money. I lost all that money, and then I got the money back. And just pretty much talking like very briefly about like, just don't ever think that it can be your time to fall the fuck off, pretty much. So I appreciated that. I really appreciated him not trying to be funny. I really did. He made like a quick joke, but I appreciate him not trying to be funny. So then we had baby boy himself, Tyrese, come out looking like, that's another thing too. Like, half of y'all don't try. Like, this is how I feel. Like, there is no effort from both the guests that attend or BET to even make the hip hop awards a big deal. Like, it shows in the way that y'all even present yourself. Y'all don't even show up looking the way y'all would if y'all went to like the VMAs, or if y'all went to like the freaking weak ass Grammys or some shit like that. It's very annoying. But anyway, Tyrese showed up how he showed up. I don't know why, but for the first 10 minutes they kept showing Ice Spice, and I didn't understand why. Like, that girl got one viral TikTok song. Like, we'll get to that in a second because I'm getting a little irritated. So pretty much he was there to do the best breakthrough artist. So the nominees was Baby Keem. I don't know how to say that. I think it's Blast, I think. Doshi, Fabio, Glorilla, Nardo Wick, Saucy Santana. No, I'm lost. Why the hell is Nardo Wick? Is Nardo Wick still considered a new artist? Because I thought maybe not. Maybe I'm losing the time. But when did that song? What is it called? Who that one song I know about him? Who Wants Smoke? Ain't that what it is? Who Wants Smoke? Right? When did that damn song came out? Didn't that song come out 2 years ago? Oh shit, I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, I am. Okay, it came out 11 months ago. Damn, it felt like that song came out such a long time ago though. That song felt like it came out much longer than 11 months ago. But okay, that makes sense. But Glorilla won, and I was like, yes, bitch, yes. First of all, see, her rise, it kind of reminds me of Cardi in the sense of how fast it's happening. That's the only reason why. Like, not that they're similar in their come up, but it's like how fast it's happening. Glorilla got signed like maybe, what, 2 fucking months ago? If that, she had the Fuck Nigga Free song that was going crazy on TikTok. And then just became a big song, period. Gotti found her. Gotti signed her like 2 months ago. She dropped Blessed. Nigga, none, no, punk, in the big one, me, that's my shit. And then she just dropped Tomorrow too, like literally a couple of days ago, and that shit is like number 8 or number 7 on the charts. And then she just won for Best New Artist. Like, that's a lot to happen to somebody within like 2 to 3 months. Like, you go from, I bet you put her like this. At the top of the year, Glorilla wasn't where she is now. Like, that's a lot. I pray for that girl. Like, I'm very happy for her, but I'm very much so praying for her stability, because that, damn, she shot up super fast, like really, really fast. And y'all see how Cardi handled that? Not the best. I just hope that she got like good people around her. I hope she got good people around her to keep her like steady while she's shooting up like that. But I was so happy for her. That's my bitch. I love her. Riding with my twin, and you know we hood as fuck. Okay, sorry. That Cardi snapped on that verse. Sorry. So then we go to the first cipher, and the cipher is, okay, so how do you say her name? But I've listened to her music before. Detrana? Detranada? I think it's Detranada, but regardless of how you say the girl's name, I think it's Detranada. I've listened to her music before, and I do like her music. I thought that her verse was cool. I gave her like an 8 out of 10. Sauce Walker, I've heard of him, but I've never listened to his stuff. He's giving very much so UGK, very much so Houston. I know he's from Houston. A lot of people didn't like his verse, but I thought his verse was dope. Like, I do think that the beat wasn't maybe necessarily the best for him, but if you listen to what he said, I thought his raps were pretty good. So I gave him like an 8 out of 10. Baby Tate, I've heard of her. I thought she did okay. She got like a 7 out of 10 for me. What is his name? Topaz Jones. I just put that. I thought that he was cute. And he got a 7 to me. To me, he was the weakest person out of everybody. It was him and then Baby Tate as far as being the weakest. And then Rayvon came in. I think he TDE. So you know them niggas. TDE's rappers, and he obviously had the best verse. 10 out of 10 for me. So then Fat Joe says, we go to Fat Joe, and he goes, all right, so this next person that we got come on here, you know, he's the biggest artist on TikTok. He's the biggest. There's nobody bigger than him on TikTok. I said, can you give me 1 second? We're doing TikTok artists now. Now, like I said, Glorilla's, that song Fuck Nigga Free did become big on TikTok. Like, that's kind of how that song became big. It became big on TikTok. However, she was able to prove outside of that, and she is proving. So Fuck Nigga Free, that was fine. but now she's been able to kind of like produce since, if that makes sense. I know that wasn't that long ago, but she's kind of been able to produce since, and she wasn't like a TikTok artist. It's just that song happened to go viral on TikTok, but she's not really a TikTok artist. So I'm confused as to why there's actual people who like really do this for real. Why are they not being given the stage? But it's fine, whatever. We're here. That's where we are. So the person's name is Armani White. What I will give him though, what I will give him, the sample, obviously, your girl is looking at me. Dun 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 dun. What you trying to do? Nothing. What you wanna do? Nothing. I get it. I know the sample because as soon as I heard it, I'm like, oh well, I know the sample. So I tried to really get into the song. I could not. But like I said, what I will give him is the choreography and the direction. Most rappers get on here and they don't do anything. They just stand there and they want to act like they talking. I appreciate the effort, because a lot of times that's all I ask for from the men is a little bit of effort. I ask for effort. That's why me personally, I'm very excited for Offset to be doing his own thing right now, because I think Offset without like Quavo and Takeoff will really like expand a little bit more, especially like on the performance side of things. You know, his wife is Cardi and she's very much so big on performance, and Offset can actually dance. So you know, but I appreciate all of that to say. I appreciate the creative effort because most niggas ain't gonna give us nothing. So I appreciated that. Then Nori came out. I was like, okay, Nori, all right, Nori. And you know, that's when most people got hyped up because that's the song that we know. You know, I want to say this really fast about these little TikTok artists. A lot of y'all, a lot of the challenges on TikTok, a lot of the even like a lot of the drill remixes and stuff, not that got nothing to do with TikTok, but just in general, like all y'all are doing are taking old songs and y'all just repurposing them, and y'all think that everybody likes your song, but we do not like your song. We like the old song that you're sampling. That's what's that's what's pulling us. It's the old song, not your song. So that's why when Armani White was up there, people didn't really, they were just like, but when Nori came out, it was like boom, boom, bet, and everybody knew the words. Yeah. Start being creative and doing your own shit. And apparently, I don't know, I guess Nori got a new verse or something like that on it. But anyway, then we have T.I. and his weird ass. He came out and he did the biggest hip hop platform. Nominees was Big Boy, Breakfast Club, absolutely the fuck not. Carisha Please, Complex, Drink Champs, Hip Hop DX, NPR, Jesus, Versus, and then $1 million worth of game. The $1 million worth of game. And so it was a tie between Carisha Please and Drink Champs. Now everybody said that this award show was sponsored by Diddy. I could see why people say that in a lot of damn ways. A lot of times I was looking at this like, we might as well just take it off of BT and move it over to Revolt. Just take the show and put it on Revolt. Just do it, because Diddy's gonna make sure that it's right. Just give it to him. But people was mad that Carisha won because they're like, but you only got 4 episodes out. How did you win? And she wasn't even there. But Nori and them was there and came up and got their stuff. I mean, I do feel like that was kind of like something of somebody tapping somebody being like, give it to her. But I do feel like, but put it like this. The impact that she's had with just the couple of episodes that she did to me speaks volumes. So I feel like when we are like, when we're in October of next year, if she's still doing Carisha Please, which I would assume she still is, she will absolutely deserve that award more to me than Nori at that time, because I think Nori deserves it because, you know, he's giving people his flowers. Like, he is doing something very different. Not too many people is like walking around like actively having people come on and giving them their flowers. So I think that that's dope. But Carisha is doing something very different because there's never really been a female, like she's like a female. She's a female rapper that interviews other female rappers or other females. Like it's very different. That's why she does really well. But that's that. Then we have Blue come out and he performed. I actually really like his music, but my shit by him is Beautiful Lies. Don't you break my heart, tell me beautiful lies. Him and Kalani, Beautiful Lies. That's my shit. What can I say to you? Come on, Kalani. Okay. It was okay. That's all I got. It was okay. Then, like I said, it's like the Drinks Champs set up on stage and stuff, and they pretty much talk about like how Yo Gotti is like, you know, the big CEO now and how his label's on fire. So then they introduce ain't that how you say ESTG, and then Glorilla. So the only thing I really know about ESTG is, so I know a few of his verses on a couple of songs. There's some song with him, Moneybag Yo, and somebody else, but it's my shit. I can't think of it right now. So I just kind of know a few of his features pretty much. But I do know that like most like real hood niggas, especially from the South, really go up for that man. So he came through. It was what it was. Then Jeezy apparently had a verse on there. So Jeezy was sitting in the crowd, sitting next to Gotti, rapping his verse. Also, it was put out like right after that Jeezy has something coming out with DJ Drama on 10/21. I will be listening. First of all, go back, y'all. This last album that Jeezy dropped, listen to it. Especially Here We Go. Hey. Choppers holding 50s by the door. Hey. Bitch, I got blue hundreds on the floor. Hey. All my hand up on the window. Talk that shit, nigga. Sitting like misery and broke. Yeah. That album, Jeezy, everything. So I'm probably gonna listen to it. That last album was fire that he put out. So then Glorilla come out and she start off with Tomorrow too, which I'm like, bro, you literally just put the song out a week ago, and I see people in the audience, they know all the words. Love that impact. Then she did Fuck Nigga Free, and she had her ratchet ass friends in the crowd shaking their ass. She's a star. She's a star. She is like, she the next one. She is a legitimate star. She got to work obviously a little bit more, like, you know, on her breath control and stage presence. But like I said, she's so new. This girl like a month or two in. She ain't been here that long. So I'm going to give her time. But she's a star. She's a star. She's a star. Then we had Kodak Black come out. I will never ever watch anything that has anything to do with him. That's just me. Don't argue with me about it. That's just how I feel. So let's move on. Then we had the second cipher. Second cipher was Ruben Vincent. I gave him a 9 out of 10. I loved his flow. Then we had Ciroc. I gave her an 8. I said I'm gonna try to listen to her stuff. Now I've heard of Guap Dad 4000. I think he's so fine, y'all. I think that man is so fine. I think he's fine, and I love his, like, to me, he gives, like, a I don't give a fuck flow. Like, he really don't be caring with his flow, and I love it. Big Boss Vet, I gave her the lowest out of everybody. She got a 6 to me. She needs to work on that. And then Jason Cash, I liked his flow. I felt like he was, like, talking, not rapping, but that was a good thing for me, like, not in a bad way. So I thought that stuff was all right. Then Pretty V came out looking... Pretty V, her name is literally Pretty V for a reason. That bitch is fucking beautiful. Literally beautiful. Funny as hell, but so beautiful. She came out, she did DJ of the Year. The nominees was D Nice, DJ Cassidy, DJ Drama, K Slay, Premier, K Trandra, Mustard, Nala, LA Leakers, and Drama won, and I'm not excited about it. I don't like DJ Drama. I think he is, in my opinion, I think he's real. I think he's one of the most messiest DJs, which is why his name is DJ Drama correctly, because I think he likes drama. He's always been, now I know certain things ain't been confirmed, but his name is always in the midst of bullshit, and he likes to, like, in my opinion, he feeds the bullshit. So I've never cared for that man. They should have given it to D Nice, and that's just my opinion. I think they should have given it to D Nice, but whatever. Who the hell am I? Then they introduced Pusha T. Pusha T comes out. He does like 2 of his songs, and then he brings his brother out, Malice, and they do. Grinding, okay? You know. Cafeteria tables, number 2 pencils all across the world, and fists across the world. We united at that moment. So that was cool. Grinding was cool. The only reason I wasn't excited is because I just recently seen him do grinding, like, on some festival, like, maybe like a month ago. So I was still in the room jamming. Then we had come out, okay? And we had K-Shine versus DNA. Now, I know the best part to me about the Hip Hop Awards, because they just recently started doing this with URL. The best part to me is looking at everybody else's reactions online who don't watch URL. So I watch URL all the time, so I'm very much so used to the way, like, I'm used to everything. I know who both of these people are. Not a problem. I personally prefer DNA, and I'm talking about in general, than I do K-Shine. I think that K-Shine sometimes can get a little bit too animated, and sometimes it takes me out of his performance. It's just a personal thing. But my favorite person is the GOAT. Obviously, Loaded Lux. Obviously, ain't too many people touching him for me. It's Loaded Lux. It's ours. Hollow and Goods. That's who I got. Loaded Lux, ours, Hollow, Goods. Those are my top 4, personally. So also I love when they do this because I'm very interested in how all of the battle rappers tailor their performance for BET, because this is the thing you got to remember. Yes, they're at the Hip Hop Awards, but a lot of them people, they don't watch URL. They don't know anything about it. They don't even understand how battle rap works and that culture. So you have to tailor your stuff to where it's going to catch them. And most things that's going to catch people are punchlines. People are good at catching punchlines, not deep different entendres and different subs about you that they don't even know what you're talking about. So I think the reason DNA won is because he was able to give punchlines that stuck, that were memorable, and that were current. K-Shine had a little bit more problem with his punchlines. So I think that's why DNA won. And DNA won 90 seconds a piece, and it was $25,000. That was the easiest $25,000 he'd ever made in his life. I do think next time they should extend it. It should be they should do a round in between each one. I gotta hurry up, y'all. So then they did the Young Dolph tribute. I thought that obviously Gotti probably was just sitting there like this. I said that must have been awkward. Then, my baby daddy Joey Badass with his fine ass. He's so fine, and his album is everything. Get into Joey. And he called all you motherfuckers out and said, y'all want to sit up here and pretty much be telling the kids to kill each other. All of this stuff is because all of y'all don't want to do the right shit in y'all music, which is partially true. Then we had King Combs come out, and I just want him to get his own personality. Stop being your dad. It's okay to pull from his catalog, but stop trying to be him. Get your own identity. That's what I got for him. And at this point, I was so fucking bored. Then we had the best part of the thing, which was the Loud Records tribute. So we had Dead Prez that came out, Mobb Deep came out, R.I.P. the Prodigy. They did Shook Ones with Lil Kim, and Yup with M.O.P., Remy Ma with her iconic, bitch, run that, bitch, run that. Then we did Fat Joe, and Remy came out. They did Lean Back. Little Flip came out. I ain't seen him since Sunshine. And he came out with David Banner. Then we had Project Pat, Bob, Chicken, Wah, Wah, Chicken Head. Then we had 3 6 Mafia, Fly, Then we had Wu-Tang come out, but we only had RZA, Method Man, and Raekwon come out. They getting that Hulu money. And that was kind of it. I thought, I don't want to say that was kind of it, but I thought the tribute was really good. I wished it was longer and everybody had longer sets, but I understand we had shit to do. And then at the end, pretty much, Remy Ma came out to give Trina her flowers. Like I said, one of the most things I always say about Trina is one of the most consistent female rappers, hands down. She's very consistent, and she's very consistent with her fan base. Just because I think people try to discredit Trina because she might not be mainstream necessarily, but she's very consistent with her particular fan base. Trina runs the South. Trina has been consistent for the past 20 years because you can go anywhere in the South and perform anywhere. But outside of that, they did the little TJ and 5 Yo thing. I'm glad that little TJ is back and doing better. And that's all I got. Y'all got in the comments and tell me what y'all think. I'm out. Bye.